Uh-oh, I went live too quickly. Hey, Scorpios. Fuck. I went live too quickly and I don't have my light. Oh, here we go. Okay, is this it? Hey, you guys, I'm just trying to get this light turned on. So, interestingly enough, Scorpios, how are you guys doing? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Heather, is that you, Heather? Chad, that's my cousin right there. We've been rolling for about 4 to 6 years. Okay, she was my client when I was I was doing readings at home and on the psychic lines. And she followed me from psychic place to psychic place. Child, I won't tell your business though, but child. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. So, if you are new here, welcome. I am Nicole, and this is Sunshine Tarot. And we are going to take a look at the Scorpios, who I love very much. We're going to take a look at their cards, or your cards, right? So, this is not going to resonate with every Scorpio out there. If it does resonate, though, there is an extended read at the end of this broadcast. And I forgot to do it first. But yeah, there will be a link there. And also, I got a Google number that you can text me on when you want a reading. And it's just that people be texting me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Please don't text me at 3 o'clock in the morning, child. All right. But like if you want an immediate reading, I didn't bring my other glasses, child. I got to go get them. I'm in the damn... So what I'm seeing, Scorpio, is that there's a couple of challenges here, all right? One of the challenges is some of you are dealing with people who like challenges. And I feel like one of the ways to keep this energy closer to you, or one of the things that you guys are not using that is an arsenal weapon, is your femininity. Because alpha men, they can't control themselves around a very feminine woman. You can use your femininity. You can scoot like this around your man. You can shake your shoulders and talk to him a little bit. You can, when you're in front of him, twist. Even if you guys have babies together, use your femininity, because it's like your venom. Your venom, the Scorpio's venom, is equal to a woman's femininity. And I feel like a lot of you would be further along in your relationship or whatever. All right, let's see. If you want an immediate reading, right, text me at 470, for those of you who are hearing impaired, 835-7099. And you can call me for a reading, and I have a special going on now. All right. So yeah, it looks like some of you know this, but you don't know it on the level that it's really on. Like, you're not playing to your femininity. And it doesn't matter what size you are. Men are bedazzled by a femininity, playing with them, being coy, um, teasing, putting a twist in your swag, teasing them audibly, especially wearing dresses. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like alpha men, they are so tough and everything, but they really turn into putty with a strongly feminine woman. So I think that like the problem for some of you is androgyny. Like I feel like the masculine energy for just some of you is not sure what the fuck you are. Child, you better go somewhere and leave me alone. Child, you bet. I'm about to get up from this table. But yeah, it's like some of you, it's kind of the Generation X millennials. You don't know what it's like a androgynous. It's not it, but it's you see this vibe, and it's I do things around the house. I'm the one that fix everything, but I'm a woman. Okay, I never wear a dress, but I wear lipstick. I have my nails done, but I wear pants all the time. So it's kind of like some dudes just don't know what to do with you. Is this yeah, especially like an alpha male who is very attracted to femininity. Now, Scorpio, this could be the other way around too. All right, you could be a Scorpio male, and your female is feeling like you're kind of androgynous, right? They don't, I'm not trying to emasculate anybody, but they don't quite know what you are. Are you feminine? Are you masculine? Are you, okay, so now you're crying. Okay, so now you're crying. So, okay, so I'm the boss and you're the feminine energy. Is that what we're doing? No, I'm the man. Oh, okay, so today you're the boss and you're the man. So, what the fuck is going on? I think that this is not, like I said, this is not going to resonate with everybody out there. But if it is resonating, you can send a super chat, child. And also, if you just came in, if you want an immediate reading, that's the number you can text up there. Okay, all right. So now some of you are like, well, I like to do both. And I think that the people who have been kind of raised in families where there were defined roles, they don't know what to do with you. So, okay, so so I'm the dude, I'm the masculine energy, right? So you're going to kind of be submissive to me, right? Oh, no, 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 no. I am a boss bitch. Oh, okay, so you want the feminine men because an alpha male is not going to be told what to do. Well, I want both of us to have equal. Okay, so you want some other shit because that ain't how it works. Okay, thank you, Heather. Thank you. Hey, Genevieve. You are definitely on some other shit, all right? Because it looks like somebody is kind of feeling like they're sexually attracted. Now, see, with Genevieve femininity, like that's very alluring for a masculine energy. Can everybody see her picture? Like a masculine energy would love a picture like that. That's another thing you can do. You can put some lingerie on if this is your man, and you can spice things up. It's like for some of you, I see a guy who just likes challenges. It's not that he's trying to hurt you or this Scorpio woman. She might have a lot of Leo in her chart. She's not trying to hurt you, but it's like this guy just once he conquers, if you're not a challenge anymore, he needs to go and find that things that inspires him. And one of the things that inspires him is definitely a well-kept, pretty feminine woman. Now, I feel like this guy accepts you as you are, but it just seems like you would have more power. You guys like power if you would lead with your femininity. um, more than, like, for instance, um, uh, how many of you would say that you wear pants most of the time? I'm just asking, and don't feel bad, okay? Do not feel bad. But how many of you would say, look at Nicole, Nicole, you're so crazy, that you wear pants? Show me with a level of hands that you wear pants most of the time. Me too. Okay. How many more? Heather said yes. Lalani, 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 Lalani. Is that a name for one of my characters? Yes, 100% time. Me, Elizabeth said yes. Nicole said yes. You know, but do you know that a man can be rendered almost helpless with a woman in a dress that compliments her? I've seen them. Sometimes it's just see, look, if you have some power, why wouldn't you use it? Let's say your children was trying to read a book and they needed some power because the room is dark. They needed you to turn the light on. If you have power, why are you not using it? Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that. Nicole Fontana. She said my pants are always tight. Nicole, thank you for the $2.99. Also, you guys, super chat is open. So I feel like uh she said my pants are always tight. And you know what? I can see how that would be very sexy. I could see that. But it's just more powerful if you have on a dress. They just see you as someone to provide for. They could see you in a very feminine role. It brings out their desire for you. And I'm just using dress as an example. I don't know what femininity your partner likes, but I'm just telling you, I go to marriage.com a lot. And that's why I posted that thing about marriage yesterday. And yeah, guys were saying how they wish that their wives would keep themselves up more, you know. And maybe if your partner met you and you didn't have any makeup on, then hey, that's how you guys roll. Especially the water signs, right? They don't really, they like that natural look. So, but you know, if you used to keep yourself up a lot more for whatever reason, and you can, you know, I definitely feel like you would have more power in this relationship. He said it's the legs. Oh, thank you. That's good to hear. So, so now on to the challenge. You guys got that? So, yeah, men are very visual. I mean, like they're very visual. And sometimes if you ask a woman, you know, like, what do you bring to the table? She talks about all her masculine traits. And that's things that they generally don't care about as far as it comes to selecting a wife, you know, because if he loves you, he would marry you if you worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? So it's not really that, but a lot of women, they'll say, well, you know, and I don't want you to knock your achievements because that's important. But I'm just saying that as far as a man is concerned, that's irrelevant. You know, they like femininity and they like submissiveness, you know, and you can reel him in with these things and change later if you want to. But, you know, one of the tools that I see would be very effective on your person is femininity. And it looks like submissiveness as well, and it will make them feel like a man. Now, submissive doesn't necessarily mean, okay, massa. It just means that you might talk to this one a little softer, and be a little more coy and just I think one of the highest forms of showing submission is the tone that you use when you're talking to your king or your queen, right? The tone. So, and also you are submitting when you're kind, when you could be nasty and tell him, well, why don't you go do what like that's a very masculine energy, one that is harsh and will argue your points and what you're doing wrong too, instead of using her feminine energy. A man can be angry as long as he's not crazy, and you can switch over to where he is and wrap your arms around him and look him up in the face and say, you know what? Most of the time, you make me feel so safe. And then state whatever you have to say. And usually he'll melt. Femininity will get you farther than anything else with the person that you're dealing with if you are watching. Because apparently your person has some very strong masculine traits. Okay. And I feel like you are dealing with a man or a masculine energy that is not bisexual at all. And like they really desire women and women only, or vice versa. These women, they only desire men and men only. So because they have so many masculine traits, the more feminine she is, the more she turns him on. And the more alpha and masculine he is, the more he would like to see the feminine traits. Now, the next issue that we have here is how he wants to cut it off once the challenge is over. Okay, so we have the King of Swords taking the Ten of Wands and cutting it off once the challenge is over. So it appears that you definitely need to, it seems like, okay, I want to say this the right way, darlings, because I don't want you to hear it the wrong way. But you guys are predators. You are. And that's what a Scorpio is, a predator. So you can understand, well, I don't think that's a good analogy. Okay, I'm just going to have to be blunt, and hopefully you hear what I say, okay, or what I'm trying to say. So it looks like this guy, he likes a challenge, and I'm not saying he wants a woman who is challenging, but he does like a challenge. So if he feels like he has you 100%, it might make him find another challenge. So, always stay. It's like Beyonce said over and over again, and she's definitely someone to listen to about anything: family, relationships, parenting, success, beauty, social media, social perform. What is that called when you're in public? When you're in front of the public media stuff. But she said, they asked her, like, what is the number one thing you would say a woman should do when she's in a relationship? And she said, to do your own thing too, like have something that's going on with you. Hopefully, like in her case, she and her husband shared the same passion. So, but that's what she said. Let's see. How do they keep their man interested? What the hell? If you are a woman dating a Scorpio, this is interesting. It's saying when, oh. Look, this Page of Cups is like a very feminine card. In fact, in the original uh Waiter and what Rider and Wade, God, I haven't seen Rider and Wade cards in a long time. But anyway, in the Page of Cups, how many of you guys remember he has on pink? He has pink stockings and he has on like a almost like a ballerina suit. Okay, so it's back to the femininity. It's back to the femininity, softness. Um, and it seems like your person is weak for that. Like see, you are in victory. So see, I just don't know what softness means for your person. And you know what I mean? Because everybody is different and we're talking to people all around the world. So I don't know. Thank you. So, but I'm just throwing out some stuff that I've heard in the manosphere, the men. And they seem to yeah, they like it. Yeah, they like. Well, I just talked to you about everything I just said. If you're just now joining, go to the beginning. So yeah. So anyway, it looks like you have victory over your partner. Uh, I remember there was this man who I had met in this environment, and every time I spoke there, I cried. I couldn't help it, and I he was trying to break his neck to get to me to ask me out. I don't know why. I am telling you though to use your weakness or use issues that bother you to your advantage. Like make him feel like he is saving the day. He's saving the day, or vice versa. Because actually, this could be vice versa too. Scorpio women, how many of you will stay where you're needed a little longer than you should? I want to know. Like if you know that you are needed in a place, does that make you stay there longer? Because either this is you, this is the Scorpio. Yes, if you know that you are needed, you might stay there a little longer, right? So several of you said, yeah, you will stay there a little longer. Yeah. She said, fuck no. Well, Simon, you're a guy, and we're talking about the feminine energy, right? So, yes, it takes time for the chat to go up, but yeah. So I feel like if you let your partner know, oh, okay, yeah, it is only for Scorpios. Yes. Oh, hi, Libra the Diva. Good to see you too. So if you are vulnerable, that's what this is trying to say. Isn't that a great way to describe the Page of Cups? Vulnerable. Yeah, you are going to win with vulnerability and your person knowing that you want to fight for this. You know, I was looking at one of these male manospheres thing, photo set. Huh? Oh, okay. So Nicole says that she tries to stay, but if they don't get it right, she walks away. And I think that that is uh, very common for um, millennials, older millennials, Generation X. And I think that's good to a certain degree because you won't tolerate abuse, or disrespect. I think it's good when you see behaviors that won't be good for your children, like drug abuse. I think it's really good to be able to quickly walk away, but it might be a detriment when trying to build a relationship with someone if you want to be viewed as someone to be taken very seriously. Because usually, if a man is dating a woman who is a wife, she rarely talks about breaking up. She'll say something like, I need 3 days to myself and I will talk to you then. Or, you know what? I'm going to sleep in the guest bedroom. Right? I mean, he can do some really horrible, not horrible things, but like, this is what men tell me. This is how the women act before they married him. If he did something wrong, the women that became his wife were not the women that were leaving every time something, was wrong, because to these men, it shows them that you don't have staying power. And they would have to deal with that like every time you're angry or something. So, you know, it's important to be cooperative with your person, especially, especially like when they do something that was just totally inappropriate. That's when you show off your sterling feminine qualities. That's when you show them off. Like, I can be cool even when you deserve someone to be crazy right now. See, that's extremely attractive, right? I'm still going to be a lady and I'm not going to leave you, but I definitely need a minimum of 3 hours. Okay. And I will get back with you because right now I'm pretty upset. Now, that is emotional maturity and it's very attractive. How many of you would like a man or a partner who was emotionally mature? How many of you are turned on by that? Right? Now, interestingly enough, before you guys go and meet a new person, I really want you to look at um, your relationship skills. Do you have good problem solving skills? Or whenever there's a major blow up, do you use the termination of the relationship as a way to resolve conflict? Because do you know that there are some therapists who look at that as emotional abuse, right? There is something called emotional abuse, and it's emotionally abusive to break off the relationship because you're angry about something, right? I'm not saying that any of you do that. I'm just saying that it is very, very abusive and hurtful. And what it says to a man or what it says to a woman is, I can't take you seriously. I was looking at YouTube marriage fails. So these were men who proposed to women who said no. And I just looked at like an hour of it, just like, wow, you know? And some of these women was like, you know, he's just, uh, he gets angry when he gets mad. He doesn't know how to handle his emotions. I don't want my kids around that, you know? Yeah. So I definitely feel like if you got angry with your person and you didn't resort to breaking it off, right? Because see, I don't know about you, but for me, when somebody does that, I never forgive them. And I always hold them at a distance because I feel like I'm dealing with a child. Because as you all know, emotional security is the highest thing that you can give someone. I am here, right here for you. If you need sex, I'm here. If you need someone to cuddle you, I'm here. If you need someone to listen to you, I'm here, right? That makes a human being function better, right? When we have a mate that's good for us, you function better. You're more stable, all kind of stats show this. You're more stable, you're emotionally more balanced, right? Indeed, right. Which is why people get married. It is an enormous amount of security and stability. But to to have or give that emotional security and then get mad. And in your anger, you're such a little boy, you're such a child that instead of containing yourself, you break off the relationship like a fucking 5-year old and expect me to trust you again emotionally. Not on that level. Something dies when you do that. So when I talk to these men who married uh, these women, when they got one of the ways that they knew that this was someone to take seriously was how she handled herself when she got angry, or how he handled himself when he got angry. And she's like, well, yeah, I can let my kids around this. Um, but I hear guys tell me that if the woman that they were dating, if she got really angry, she would calmly, like, either go into the guest bedroom, um, or just tell him, I need some time right now. But it was never a break off, because if they will break it off during courting, during it, I mean, if it's that easy to walk, or you get angry and you say, I don't think that we should be in this relationship anymore. I mean, that tells a lot of women to not take you seriously because you're not husband material. Or that tells a lot of men to not take you seriously because a wife just doesn't talk like that. She just doesn't. Leaving is really not anything that is, it almost may look like a completely different language. Leaving? What? I wasn't raised like that, child. And there are a whole bunch of people who was raised in poverty who now know how to live having money. Just because you wasn't raised a certain kind of way don't mean you can't learn how to adapt to higher ways of functioning, right? So your person may be more attracted to femininity, submissiveness, and emotional maturity than anything else. And it seems like the more of those things you use, the less there is a threat of other people on the turf. he's gonna be like, you know what, it like this one relationship expert said, he said it takes a lot of effing energy to have more than one woman. You gotta lie, and you gotta play games. And he says sometimes when you get a certain age, you just don't want to do that no more. But like if she's kind of masculine and don't wear no makeup ever, unless they met you like that, and that's how they like you. Okay, because some men really don't like women in makeup, child, and they serious about it. But like there was this woman who I did a reading for, who was a Libra with the Gemini, which is an incredible connection. And he saw her once or twice a week, which means that she's on the side, right? Usually the woman who is the main woman is the one he wakes up to most days. So the main woman, sometimes in situations like this where there's an alpha male, the main woman might get 4 to 5 nights, right? And then the one of the women that's on the side will get one of the days out of the weekend and one of the days out of the week. Usually you're pretty high ranking if you get one of the weekend days. If you're getting the whole weekend, yeah, that's pretty significant, right? So she was on a rotation with this man, and she was just like, well, I want to know if it's going to go someplace, and it's been like that for 4 years. And there were several things that he had a problem with her. Was every time he came over there, she had a muumuu on, which is something like this. Well, no, it's not this. It's not tight like that, but it's this. Right, yeah. Right. So she always has this moo on, and she doesn't fix herself up anymore for him, because they've been knowing each other for 20 years. And what I'm saying? It's like, I don't even, what I'm saying? So she puts her hair back in a ponytail, and he doesn't spend a lot of time with her. So I told her, why don't you, start stepping it up as far as, how you look and when he comes over. And so, it worked. He started coming over just a little bit more, but obviously the man got a main woman. And she really, truly, honestly thought that getting 2 days out of the week, she really thought she was the main woman. So, I said, oh, okay, well, maybe you're right, child. But that don't make no sense. But anyway, back to this person. I'm saying that your person also likes, in our with the magician here, they like articulation. Also, I feel like some of you are with someone who will work it out with you. Like you don't have to have all those things going on. They'll work it out, like they'll be with you. But like the more attractive you are looking, the definitely the more responsive they would be. And I said femininity. I also said, so let's see. Yeah, so some of you, I know it's hard, but I'm telling you, like, if you trust me, and I've been reading for you for a while, and I would tell you to have a conversation with your with your person about, what does submissiveness mean to them or to you, right? Because I feel like um, I feel like somebody is going to more than how do I say this? I feel like some guys, I'm not saying they're doing this, but they may feel like they get what they need from different women. And it could be how, especially if they're an alpha energy, but it could be just like one woman is submissive, and another one is a good cook. But I'm feeling like so I feel uncomfortable now because I don't want you guys to be mad at me. But I feel like your person, how they're feeling is like they feel like They feel like you guys have had a certain level of victory in this connection. I feel like you guys have cut gone through a lot of termination of the bullshit, and now things are speeding up, and you guys could be traveling with each other. I do see a lot of energy. Your person gives you a lot of their energy, or there's activity around you with the Eight of Wands, the two of you. But your person is feeling like either you have someone else, or you are sensing that there's someone else on the playing field, or you have someone else, or I don't see a person here with the Ace of Swords here. This is just happening in the mind, really. But for the reasons that I just mentioned, for some of you, you are thinking about maybe this is not the primary partner for me, or they're thinking that about you. Um, uh, mm, it could be a distance issue, that could be an issue. But I feel like they do want to I feel like they love you. These are love letters. I feel like your person loves you, definitely, especially with them sending effort and energy in your direction. And yeah, so yeah, and I feel like they wouldn't mind growing old with you, and even maybe traveling, because I see the water back there, going different places. I see different postal stamps, so they wouldn't mind traveling with you. I feel like you guys have a vibe with each other that's very easy to connect with, right? But I feel like there are some things that are causing you to think about what it would be like to have these other needs met, or it's things that are causing your person to think what it would be like to have these needs met. Um, you know, so yeah, so that's what's going on. And so let's just take a closer look at that. Your person is wondering what it would be like to, maybe have these things that they feel that are missing in the relationship here. So, um, yeah, I feel like your person is in their head. I don't know if they are cigarette smokers, they smoke a lot of weed, if they drink, or what. But I definitely feel like I've already told you this. You know, um, there's things that they imagine and they really want in a woman, or this could be the Scorpio. There's things that the Scorpio really imagines and really wants in this relationship. Stop it. But just really doesn't feel like what she or he is looking for is really happening here. Right. And so the Scorpio is either thinking that she needs to move on, or she's just, I feel like somebody is getting stronger with imagining what it would be like to have this need met in another scenario. Okay. Like, I wonder what it would be like to date a woman who knew how to cook, you know? Because let's see here. Yeah, it looks like, honestly, if you want me to be 150% honest right now, okay? Because a lot of you have been rocking with me for a long time. It looks like some of you are dealing with someone who would not marry a woman who could not cook, because, yeah. So I feel like for some of you, this you're dating someone that cooking is almost like determines whether or not you go to the altar. And that's not everybody. So if you guys are already engaged and you can't cook, then don't worry about it, Chad. But and if you know that that doesn't sound like your person, then don't worry about it. But it's especially true if you're dealing with a Capricorn. All right. It's especially true if you're dealing with someone that has Venus in Aries, or it's especially true if you're dealing with another Scorpio or someone who has strong Scorpio placements. However, this will shift immediately if you tell them, I'm in cooking class. I just saw a cooking class here in the Atlanta area. Yep, at a chef's house. Like you could learn how to make a meatloaf. Like if you tell him or her immediately. But this could also be the Scorpio, because I personally, even as a woman, if there were two men, both loved me and both provided, but one cooked really good, that would kind of like, be a very strong lead. He would have a strong lead, because who doesn't want to eat good food? That's just some basic shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you can cook. He's a cook. Oh, great. And I'm a female and haven't had my needs met. Nicole. We got to do something about that, mama. He's a cook. Great. My person is a cook. Wonderful. That's right. You can cook skills, type of skills, the plumbers on your bill. Huh? Yeah, he can cook too. Nothing wrong with his hands. JH said there's nothing wrong with his hands. So I know that's right. But for those of you who care about getting married, because everybody like JH obviously doesn't care about getting married, because that kind of attitude is not going to work with the man who can choose from a lot of women, unless you're 18 to 25, because that's when you got that body and you got that beauty and you can call the shots pretty much from that age, which is why that it's really important to try and snag while you got the assets going for you. And if you don't, and you are older and you don't know how to cook, then you're not really competitive in the sexual marketplace value. And I'm telling you, do you guys know that the tarot is broken down into two sections, the minor arcana and the major arcana? And arcana means secret. So when you get a tarot reading, you're finding out secrets. Like I did this reading for this girl last night, and she didn't know half that shit that I told her. She was like, I felt it, but I didn't know it. So one of the secrets about if this sounds like your guy, I don't know if this sounds like your guy. One of the things that he is not telling you is that if you knew how to cook, you would have a ring on it, because he want to eat. Some men are just kind of basic, especially the ones that like to eat. So if you can, because they feel like being with you means they're going to spend a lot of money because you can't cook, right? And yeah, and you guys, do you not want me to be this honest? If you want me to lighten it up a little bit, I will. Okay, I won't go in this hard. Um, so let's see what else. Yeah, so we'll finish talking about this in the extended reading here, but I really revealed a lot of what is going on, and I hope you guys appreciate that. She said, I'm used to you. She said, no, they need to know. I don't know. Scorpios, how do you guys respond to the truth? I know Aquariuses love it, but I'm going to be honest with you, Scorpio. When readers tell me the truth, I don't go back. I don't want to hear that shit. Child. I cook, just not all the time. We have children and we can share responsibilities. Okay. Well, if you're already the wife, child, then you ain't got to listen to a word I'm saying, child. Not a word. But if you're not, then that could be one of the reasons. I see a Gemini here. Whatever, child. I ain't tripping. I'm on to the next thing. Um, oh, you like the truth, do you? Okay. Huh. You guys like blunt? Nah. Would you go back to a reader who told you the truth? Would you really? I know that's right. You would. I told this reader, I said, tell me the truth. She told me the truth and I never went back to her. So we have a Gemini here, somebody that has Gemini in their chart. Um, I feel like you're going to be seeing two sides. Oh, in a compassionate way. Gotcha, Heather. Got it. Okay. So I see a Gemini here, or somebody who has two different sides. Um, JH, you're so funny. I'm right about what, child? Oh, I'm happy that you say that, JH, because I worry that you guys that I make you mad. And I really worry about that. And I don't want to make you mad. Um, you know. So I feel like somebody is not happy with the money. They're either you are not happy with the money, like something is going on with you and money. Like I know a Scorpio who didn't get the complete loan that she wanted to get a house. All right. Or oh, you do, yeah. Um, you say that really? You want the truth? You say you want the truth. Yeah. Huh. Do you really? I don't want the truth. I mean, in theory, I want the truth, but yeah, you can sugarcoat it all day for me. Thank you very much. So yeah, it looks like somebody's not happy with some money. I don't know if it's the IRS or that's everybody, child. That's all signs, right? But I feel like your partner is kind of split about you and money. So it could be like I want to move forward with you, but you have too much debt, or I want to move forward with you, but your credit is pretty bad, or this could be vice versa. You could want to go forward with someone, but you guys need to just get your debt together first, something like that, right? I also feel like you guys might need to bring the romance back into the relationship. You know, um, I don't quite know how to do that, but it says that you need to know, how to do that. Now, some of you guys could just kind of be in a long distance situation, like you're in California and he's in Jersey. I got to go to the bathroom and I can't hold it anymore. Sorry, you guys. I hope nobody starts arguing. Yeah, so when you start sensing that, your person has somebody else, nothing gets somebody in line quicker than the threat of somebody taking something that belongs to them. So Yeah, nothing gets a person in line like that. It's like when somebody is scared of losing you. Well, when a woman is afraid of losing or there's a threat, that's when you get the dick sucked and sex, and she starts acting right and looking pretty, especially when she thinks that there's a threat on the horizon here. Or I think that, like if you have a man that likes a challenge and that, I think that you should let him know, or do whatever won't get you killed. All right. To let this guy know that there are others that want you. You can simply lie about it. I just can't, because I can't remember shit, because I'm a fucking pothead. So I don't even try it, because I'm like, what? Oh shit. I don't even remember the damn truth. Let alone the damn lie. So, child, but I mean, be like, you know what, such and such like me, such and such. I was looking on TikTok yesterday, and this guy always tells his wife who likes him or who was flirting, right? So so she had filmed him going into Starbucks. Now, normally she would be this place and that place, but she's going to Starbucks with her man child. And she filmed him talking to that girl, because she like, you talking to my man, right? So when you sense that your partner, like a challenge, when you feel like your party likes a challenge, one of the things that you can do to keep him engaged or her engaged is let her know that other people like you. Let her see it. Whatever you need to do to keep him at that competitive place. Because I've seen from in my experience, you got to do it with skill, though. It seems like that's the only thing that keeps an alpha man in line. It seems like that's the only thing. It just, the threat of someone taking you away. So I was with this Aries. Now, y'all, that's alpha. Okay, kindness matters. So you guys start being kind to your mate. I was with this Aries. Venus in Aries. All right, let's do the letters first. We have awe. Wow, somebody is in awe of you. Someone is in awe of you. AWE. Yeah, and the Aries at first, or the Venus in Aries, came on real strong, and then, kind of backed off a little bit. And I was like, okay, well, I read this book called The Power of the Pussy. And I started doing everything that woman said. And it was all manipulation. But I started backing off, letting him talk, and just letting him know that, there were other people. So I had a girlfriend come over, and she had this Benz at that time. Now, this man never was like coming at me like that. When he didn't think that there was any other attention around, he didn't feel like he needed to be on board, doing whatever to protect his territory or to fight the men off. And some women love to do that, and some men love to do that, especially Aries. So when he thought that there was another man on the prowl in his territory, oh, honey, he couldn't get enough of me. He would circle the block. I would literally see this nigga ride by my house like this, right? Because it was in Houston. And this is when, I was telling y'all about that rat infested house that I lived in. And so it was like right on the street, child, with all kind of rats in there. But anyway, yeah, he would ride by. Oh yeah. And honey, when he thought there was other guys around, rats or no rats, that's where he was staying. Yeah. And so I found that out because, come to find out, he was really in love with the girl named Deborah. And that's what Deborah did. Deborah just would fuck with a bunch of men. And he was constantly trying to win her over. And that made him happy. So, now, some people say, well, I don't like to resort to games, and I get it. But for some reason, human nature is attracted to a challenge. You know, we like the idea of other women or other men wanting what we have, you know, and it makes us feel good. So I would definitely say, don't get yourself killed though, because it depending on how gangster your person is, you can get in a lot of trouble. All right. But if you just say some, like have a guy like your picture, just do it to the degree where you won't get killed, but it keeps him interested. Right. So, yeah. And it's tiring. It really is, but it seems to work. So I feel like you should still be your own woman, your own man, still look good, dress nice, and let him know or let her know that other people want you. Yeah. Tell them stories about what happened, how tell them about the maintenance the maintenance man who keeps coming upstairs, trying to check your apartment, wanting, is there anything wrong? He was like, you're such a beautiful woman. Guys love that. I don't know why. So tell him, all right? You are a woman in demand, child. All right, so Scorpios, we are going to let's take a look at Crybaby. Child, Crybaby ain't doing good. What? I don't know if Crybaby got hurt in a fight or if there was some type of violence either to him or her or very close to them. Somebody could be in the hospital. Like Crybaby could have just lost a grandmother, a mother. Crybaby could have just lost somebody very important to them. Yeah, Crybaby's not doing too good at all. And I feel like they're not seeing anybody in particular that makes them happy. If they were seeing someone, it looks like they see them as a friend and they don't see this going anywhere. But yeah, we have the Two of Wands, Strength, and the Five of Swords. Yeah, so something is going on with Crybaby, child. So what is it going to take to land this man? All right. What is it going to take to land your person? What is it going to take? What is it going to take? Interestingly enough, you guys, I tell you, this is so true. I asked the cards in 2008, what was it going to take to get this Gemini? And the answer was other people, right? And I was like, that's not me, though. That's not me. But the Gemini was polyamorous. So I started when I was dating other, women, we would see each other in the same recovery circles. As you guys know, I had recovered from something else. And he started seeing me with this pretty man with green eyes. And when he started seeing me out with another guy, all of a sudden he wanted a committed relationship. But by then I had started liking the new guy. So, I mean, and he acted like a bitch. This bravado man who was, I'm the man. I have a whole bunch of bitches and this in the beginning. I was just so in love with him, and I cried all the time and waited for him and, just wanted my turn. I was okay with being in rotation just as long as we could spend some time together. And the card said the way to get him, to land him, was to have someone else. But I wanted someone else anyway because I wanted a relationship. And it was obvious that this man didn't love me or really saw me as someone to take seriously. So, I started dating. And again, when that man came up, all of a sudden he saw me as beautiful and desirable, and he loved me and wanted to get not married, but he definitely wanted to be together and explore life together. I was like, please. So yeah, it's something about letting your person know that there's competition. or that somebody else wants you. Even, I'm going to be honest with you, even on a, let's see, even on a non, it's 8:36. Even on a non, oh, my volume is cutting in and out. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Huh. Oh, you can hear me? Shannon says she can't. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. All right. So, all right, Scorpio. So I'm going to be 100 with you. So, I had an aunt. You guys know about my aunt who lives with me, who's a Leo, right? And sometimes I can be a little mean to her, but most of the time I'm not. It's just that she just says shit that triggers me. Like after, I mean, she'll just, like you, okay, like I spent 20 minutes getting her cell phone to work so it'll ring in the hospital. And I gave it to her and she goes, well, you can't make me hold my phone right. After I just, so I react to her a lot. I'm like, bitch, you know what? You fix your own motherfucking phone. So it make her attitude makes me not want to do things for her because her attitude is so bad, you know. But anyway, I I can be some kind of sometimes a little nasty to her, right? Well, my auntie calls, my young auntie calls, and she goes, hey, I got the house back in my name in California. And she goes, Pam can come to California and live with me. What? I was like, how dare you come over here and take my auntie? Right? She was like, well, she has options. So ever since she's gotten that option to leave because there was a threat to, for someone else to have her, I've been very nice. I act right now. I act right because I don't want her to go. And you get what I'm trying to say? So, um, you get what I'm saying? So sometimes when your man knows or your woman knows that even friends are like that, you know, if even a friend, oh, you hanging out with such and such more than you hanging out with me. Somebody, I remember being jealous over a Cancer who started hanging out with the Gemini and more than and we used to talk every day on the phone and I got jealous, So, yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Clear. Okay. All right. So, what does it take to make this relation, to land this guy? Okay. Will we marry? Okay. Will we marry soon? If not, what does our relationship look like in the next couple of months? How does my person feel about me? How does Scorpio feel about you? Besides me, is there a main woman? Besides me, is there a main man? All right. What do I need to know to land this person that the cards didn't say before? All right, that sounds like a great reading. So I'm going to end it there so I can just start recording it right now because it's fresh in my head. Thank you, Scorpio, so much for being here. I really enjoyed this session. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope my frankness didn't turn anybody away. Because if it did, tell me. Because this lady, she told me, she was like, look, I basically pay you to see in them damn cards what I want you to see. I said, you know what? Ain't nobody ever said it like that, ma'am. But now that you slipped me that $100 bill, you are right. You know, sometimes you just have to turn the cards to the left and see exactly what you say. Well, go ahead and turn them to the left, girl. Now let's start this over again. I'm just playing with y'all. I'm just playing. Y'all are so funny. All right, so Scorpios, thank you all for being here. Aries or Libra? Probably Libra. I could do Libra tomorrow. Or who am I doing tomorrow? Gemini or something like that. I thoroughly enjoyed you guys. I really would like to hear your feedback in the comment section. Scorpios, I really want you to be honest with me. If it was a little bit too brutally honest, and you don't want to hear that, kind of let me know in a way that, nah, I didn't want to hear that shit. All right. Or if you liked it and you got something out of it, and now you got some tools that your competition don't have. You know how much this person likes femininity and submissiveness, or this could be how the Scorpio woman feels, and she's the masculine energy and you're the male trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, it just kind of, you got to feel for yourself. But let's jump into this real fast. I'm going to take a look at what's going on with your person, what it takes to keep you, and I'm going to answer that immediately, all right, at the extended. So as soon as you tune it on, you're going to hear the answer to that. Thank you all. All right. And also, y'all so funny. All right. So if you guys want a reading, like if you want to book a reading, there's a number that's up there. It's pinned. Okay. So if you want to book a reading, meaning you want to just text to get a reading done today or like within the next couple of hours, you can text that number right there. Right. I am going to do $40 for 10 minutes or $75 for 30 minutes. Okay. All right. There it is. That's the number. You guys can come back and look at the number. I'll also put the number in the description box. All right. All right. Love you guys. Take care. Thank you guys for being here. God bless. Get the extended. The link to the extended, in case you are new, is in the description box or at the top of the comment section. It's going to say pinned by Sunshine Tarot. Okay. So let me get right to this reading on what is it going to take to land him. Bye-bye. Or her.